Hey everyone, welcome back to the Spanish faculty. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Today's lesson is going to save you from some seriously embarrassing mistakes.
We're teaching you about Spanish words that look or sound like English words, but mean something completely different.
These are called false friends. And trust me, they'll trick you every time if you don't know them.
By the end of this lesson, you'll know the most common false friends, what they actually mean, and how to avoid mixing them up.
So stick with us, because one wrong word can completely change what you're trying to say.
Let's get started. All right, Alex, first question. What do you think a false friend is?
Someone who only texts you when they need something?
Not quite. In language learning, false friends are words that look or sound like English words, but have totally different meanings.
Oh, so I might think I know what a Spanish word means, but I'd be completely wrong.
Exactly. These words can cause some really funny or really awkward misunderstandings.
Give me an example.
Okay, what do you think embarazada means?
It looks like embarrassed, right? So, embarrassed?
Nope, it actually means pregnant.
Wait, what? So if I'm trying to say I'm embarrassed and I say, estoy embarazada,
You just told everyone you're pregnant.
that's a huge difference. How many of these are there?
Quite a few, and some of them are words you'll use all the time.
So we need to learn them to avoid embarrassing ourselves.
Exactly. Let's start with some of the most common ones.
I'm ready. Hit me with the first one.
Okay, first up is actual. What do you think it means?
That's easy. Actual means actual, like the real thing.
Nope. In Spanish, actual means current or present.
Wait, really? So how would I use it?
You might say la situación actual, the current situation.
Okay, so actual is current. What if I want to say actual, like in English?
You'd use real or verdadero.
Got it. So real in Spanish actually means actual.
Kind of. It means real or actual. Spanish uses the same word for both.
Okay, next one. What about éxito? That looks like exit.
Good catch. But éxito doesn't mean exit. It means success.
Success. So tengo éxito means
I have success or I'm successful.
that's totally different from exit. How do you say exit then?
Salida.
Salida. Got it. What about constipado? That looks like constipated.
This is a good one. Constipado actually means you have a cold, like a stuffy nose.
So estoy constipado means I have a cold.
Exactly. Not what you thought, right?
Not at all. What if I actually want to say constipated?
You'd say estreñido.
Estreñido. Okay, I'll remember that. What's next?
How about sopa? What do you think that means?
That looks like soap. So, soap?
Nope. Sopa means soup.
Soup. Okay, that makes sense. How do you say soap then?
Jabón.
Jabón. So don't mix up your sopa and jabón.
Definitely not. You don't want to wash your hands with soup.
What about librería? That looks like library.
This one tricks everyone. Librería actually means bookstore.
Bookstore. So where do I go to borrow books?
That's biblioteca.
Biblioteca for library, librería for bookstore. These are tricky.
They really are. Here's another one. Largo.
That looks like large, so it means big?
Nope. Largo means long.
Long. So how do I say large like in English?
Grande.
Grande. Okay, so es muy largo means it's very long.
Exactly. Not it's very large.
What about carpeta? That looks like carpet.
Another false friend. Carpeta means folder, like a file folder.
A folder. So how do I say carpet?
Alfombra.
Alfombra. Got it. These are completely different.
They are. That's why it's so important to learn them.
What about recordar? That looks like record.
Good eye, but recordar means to remember.
To remember. So recuerdo means I remember.
How do you say to record then?
Grabar. Grabar. Okay, these are making more sense now.
Let's do a few more in this category.
I'm ready.
What about asistir?
That looks like assist, to help someone.
Close, but asistir means to attend.
Like attending a meeting or event?
Exactly. Asistir a una reunión, to attend a meeting.
So how do I say to assist?
Ayudar.
Ayudar. That's totally different. What about contestar?
What do you think it means?
It looks like contest, so to compete?
Nope. Contestar means to answer.
To answer, like answering a question?
Exactly. Contestar una pregunta.
How do you say to contest or to compete?
To compete is competir.
Okay, that makes sense. These false friends are everywhere.
They really are. Let's move on to some more tricky ones. All right, here's a fun one. Fábrica.
That looks like fabric, so it means cloth or material.
Nope. Fábrica means factory.
Factory. That's completely different. How do you say fabric then?
Tela.
Tela. Got it. What about introducir?
What do you think?
It looks like introduce, like introducing yourself to someone.
That's what most people think, but introducir actually means to insert or to introduce something into something.
Like inserting a key into a lock?
Exactly. How do you introduce yourself then?
How do you?
You'd say presentarse or use the verb conocer, to meet.
So me presento is I introduce myself.
Right. Or you'd say mucho gusto, nice to meet you.
Got it. What's next?
How about sensible?
That's easy. Sensible means logical or practical.
In English, yes, but in Spanish, sensible means sensitive.
Sensitive, like emotionally sensitive?
Exactly. Es muy sensible. He or she is very sensitive.
How do I say sensible in Spanish then?
Sensato or razonable.
Sensato, razonable. Okay, that's important to know.
Here's another. Realizar.
That looks like realize, like understanding something.
But it actually means to carry out or to accomplish something.
So, like completing a project.
Exactly. Realizar un proyecto, to carry out a project.
How do you say realize, like I realize I'm late?
Darme cuenta, literally to give myself account.
So, me doy cuenta is I realize.
Perfect.
What about pretender? What do you think it means?
To pretend, like acting or faking something? Nope. Pretender means to intend or to try to.
To intend. So, pretendo ir means I intend to go.
How do you say to pretend then? Fingir or simular.
Fingir, simular. These are good to know.
Here's one you'll see a lot. Dirección.
That looks like direction, is it not?
It can mean direction, but it's more commonly used for address.
Address, like a street address.
Exactly. ¿Cuál es tu dirección? What's your address?
So it can mean both direction and address.
Yes, context tells you which one.
Okay, I need to pay attention to context. What about parientes?
What do you think?
It looks like parents.
That's the trick. Parientes actually means relatives.
Relatives. So how do I say parents?
Padres.
Padres. So mis padres is my parents.
Exactly. What about disgusto?
Good question. It looks like disgust, right?
Yeah, like feeling grossed out. But disgusto actually means displeasure or upset.
So estoy disgustado means I'm upset.
Exactly. Not I'm disgusted.
How do you say disgusted then?
Asqueado.
Asqueado. These are so different from what I expected.
That's why they're called false friends. They fool you. What about suceso? But we already learned that success is éxito, remember?
Oh, right. So what does suceso mean?
Suceso means event or incident.
Event. Totally different. What's next?
Let's try fútil.
That looks like futile, useless, or pointless.
Close. Fútil can mean futile, but it more commonly means trivial or insignificant.
So similar meaning, but a bit different.
Exactly. Context matters.
What about molestar?
What do you think?
It looks like molest, which is really serious in English.
Right, but molestar just means to bother or to annoy.
To bother. That's way less serious than the English word.
Exactly. No me molestes. Don't bother me.
Okay, so it's not as strong as the English word.
Not at all. It's very casual. Let's focus on some verbs that are false friends.
Verbs can be false friends too?
Absolutely. Let's start with atender.
That looks like attend.
But remember, attend is asistir. So what do you think atender means?
I don't know.
It means to help or to assist, especially in customer service.
So like, can I help you would use atender?
Exactly. ¿Puedo atenderle?
Got it. What about soportar?
What do you think?
It looks like support, like helping someone.
But soportar actually means to tolerate or to put up with.
To tolerate. So no puedo soportarlo means,
I can't stand it or I can't tolerate it.
how do you say support?
Apoyar.
Apoyar. Totally different word.
Here's another. Suceder.
That looks like succeed.
But it means to happen or to occur.
To happen. So que sucedió means,
What happened?
how do you say succeed?
Tener éxito. To have success.
Tener éxito. Got it. What about quitar?
What do you think?
It looks like quit, so to stop doing something?
Close, but quitar means to remove or to take away.
To remove, so quita eso means,
Remove that or take that away.
how do you say quit?
Renunciar for quitting a job, dejar for stopping something.
Renunciar, dejar. These verbs are tricky.
They are. Here's one more. Avisar.
That looks like advise.
But avisar means to warn or to notify.
To warn, so te aviso means,
I'm warning you or I'm letting you know.
how do you say advise?
Aconsejar.
Aconsejar. Okay, I'm seeing a pattern. These words look similar but mean different things.
Exactly. That's why you have to be careful.
What about esperar?
This one's interesting because it has multiple meanings.
Okay, what does it mean?
It can mean to wait, to hope, or to expect.
All three?
Yes, context tells you which one.
So, espero el autobús means,
I'm waiting for the bus.
and espero que sí means,
I hope so.
what about expect?
Espero buenos resultados. I expect good results.
So it's all about context.
Exactly. Let's do a few more quick ones. Let's talk about some false friends you'll see with food and everyday items.
Okay, this should be interesting.
First one, pan.
That's easy. Pan, like a cooking pan.
Du. Pan means bread.
Bread. So pan is bread, not a pan.
Right. A cooking pan is sartén or cacerola.
Sartén, cacerola. Got it. What about ropa?
What do you think?
It looks like rope.
But ropa means clothes.
Clothes. So my ropa is my clothes.
Exactly. Rope is cuerda.
Cuerda. These are so different. What about pie?
In English, pie is a dessert, right?
Yeah, like apple pie.
In Spanish, pie means foot.
Foot. So mi pie is my foot.
Right. Pie, the dessert, is pastel or tarta.
Pastel, tarta. What about collar?
What do you think?
It looks like collar, like on a shirt.
But collar means necklace.
Necklace. How do you say collar for a shirt?
Cuello.
Cuello. Got it. What about vaso?
This one's tricky.
It looks like vase, like a flower vase.
But vaso means glass, a drinking glass.
A drinking glass, so un vaso de agua means...
A glass of water.
How do you say vase for flowers?
Florero or jarrón.
Florero, jarrón. What about tuna?
This is a good one.
It's not tuna fish?
Nope. Tuna is a prickly pear cactus fruit.
A cactus fruit. How do you say tuna the fish?
Atún.
Atún, so similar but different. What about gato?
That one's actually straightforward. It means cat.
Okay, good. One that makes sense.
Yes, not all Spanish words are false friends.
What about red?
Be careful with this one. Red doesn't mean the color red.
What does it mean?
It means net or network.
Network. So la red could be the internet?
Exactly. La red is often used for the internet.
How do you say the color red?
Rojo.
Rojo. So red and rojo are completely different.
Right. One more. Éxito versus exit.
Wait, we did this one already.
Good memory. What does éxito mean?
Success.
And exit?
Salida.
Perfect. You're getting the hang of this. All right, Alex, let's do a quick review. What does embarazada mean?
Pregnant, not embarrassed.
And actual?
Current, not actual.
Éxito?
Success, not exit.
Librería.
Bookstore, not library.
Sopa?
Soup, not soap.
Excellent. You've learned a lot today.
These false friends are everywhere. I had no idea.
They really are, and they'll trip you up if you're not careful.
So what should people do to remember these?
Practice. Make flashcards, write sentences, use them in conversation.
And don't assume a word means what it looks like.
Exactly. Always check before you use a new word.
What if someone makes a mistake with one of these?
Just laugh it off and learn from it. Everyone makes mistakes.
True, it's part of learning.
And honestly, some of these mistakes make for great stories.
Like accidentally telling someone you're pregnant when you're just embarrassed?
Exactly. So, everyone, be careful out there.
Practice these words, learn the real meanings, and you'll be fine.
If you enjoyed this lesson, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the Spanish faculty.
And leave a comment. Tell us which false friend surprised you the most.
Or if you've ever made a mistake with one of these words, we'd love to hear about it.
Thanks so much for watching, everyone.
We'll see you in the next lesson.
Hasta luego.
Bye.